So I was recently asked what to do with rude preceptors. Well, how do you handle that? Well, when I was in school, we had a preceptor or a first assistant who was known to be rude and who's known to get on you if she wanted to. So, like, you knew who she was. They said watch out for her when you go there. So my inclination was I'm just going to kill this person with kindness. I'm just going to be respectful and come in there and willing to learn with anything. The very first case I was with her. She was a first assistant, so she wasn't my preceptor, but she was in the room. Your first case, I came in there and I had scrubbed my hands, and you're supposed to hold your hands out away from your body, and I had them tucked in here because I didn't know any better. And it was in the beginning. She said, no, you've contaminated your arms. You need to go back out there and you need to re-scrub and come out here with your arms up. And so I said, okay, thank you very much for telling me. And I went back out there and I did exactly what she said. I re-avocarded my arms, held them out. I went back in and scrubbed in. And at the end of the case, I said, thank you very much for helping me. I will take any kind of advice that you want, any kind of advice that you'll help me with, I'm willing to learn. And so that's how I approached it. The very next thing she said to me at the end of that case was, clean up after yourself. It's not the EVS's job to clean up your messes. So make sure you get all of these linens and throw them in the linen hamper and clean up after yourself. And that is like respect 101 for me. That is the way I operate anyway. So that was a way that I could connect with her. So I said, okay, thank you very much for telling me. And from then on, every time we got done with the case, linens went into the linen basket, trash got pulled, I tied it up. I showed her I was willing to work. I showed her I was willing to put in the effort to be good at this. And I went out of my way to be nice to her and be respectful and to offer, like, if you've got anything you want to tell me, if you got any kind of advice, I'll take it. So that's kind of how I approached my rude preceptor and she became like a grandmother figure to me. She took me under her wing, and she really helped me from then on out. Like, she took her time to explain everything to me. So if you have a preceptor who is hard on people, show them you're willing to learn. Show them that you're willing to do and put in the work and show up every day and be good at this. Any advice that they offer, take it. Any advice that they're willing to give you, take it. My life advice: let every single person be your teacher. Some people will show you what to do. Some people will show you what not to do. So if you don't like the way a preceptor is treating you, remember that and don't be like that. If you have a preceptor who is known to be rude, go out of your way to be kind to that person. Go out of your way to take advice from that person. And the things that they do that are applicable to you, that you feel like, oh, I can implement those, take those. The things that your preceptors do that you don't want to follow and you don't want to be like that, learn from that and be the opposite. Still let them be your teacher to teach you what not to do. Learn from the ones that are willing to teach you. Be kind to the ones who are mean to you. Let every person be your teacher. Some people will teach you what to do. Some people will teach you what not to do. That's my advice on that.